All right, so Mr. Bannerman, popularly known as Joey B, woke up one day and decided to choose violence. Violence. Yeah, he's released a new song titled News at 7, where he decided to pour his art out. And yeah, so I'll talk about the instrumentation, I'll talk about the thematic areas of Joey B's rap. And so yeah, I have done the breakdown of this particular song. You can find the video on this particular channel. So yeah, this is not a breakdown. This is not a reaction. This is a critical analysis. Anyway, welcome to the hardest takes. My name is the man in Roger. Just in case you don't know, I'm here to touch your soul.
It's the handsome baby. Listen.
Okay, so as I said in my introduction, I'll focus on the instrumentation of this particular song. I'll focus on the thematic areas of this particular song. So Joey B now has a radio station. So this is Joey B Radio, and this is News at 7. Yeah, so now that's just on a lighter note, by the way. Okay, so Joey B sampled the instrumentation of this particular song. The original song is by J Exodus. You hear the chord progression is same, so he sampled the chord progression, and then the vocal that runs through the chord progression. So, boom, 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 boom. So that particular progression was sampled, and it runs through the entire beat. Sorry, through the entire song. So you hear the vocal and then the progression running through. The only difference is that Joey B had the kicks coming. For J Exodus's instrumentation, the progression plays throughout the entire song. They rap on that particular progression throughout. So the only part you hear the kicks coming is at the end of the song, and then a few instruments in there. But with Joey B's own, the kicks coming immediately after. I think a few bars, and then the kicks come in, a very simple drum pattern, and so it just runs through. And then after his rap, you hear some guitars, nice tones. It's very nice. I don't know if it is Krebs who produced that particular song, but I like the ending of the song. It has that nice melodies. It's very nice. It's a very nice melodies at the end of the song. Very nice instrumentation. Joey B has been on a trajectory of sampling songs. I think he's sampled some songs before, but he's been on that trajectory. The consistency has been there. So for instance, Princess in 2024, I think he released that song in November 2024, where he sampled dun, 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 that the Lumbers, that the Lumbers men say that. Yeah, I think it's men say that. Dun, 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 dun. And that particular sampling, that particular sound has been sampled by a lot of artists. So you could tell, shout out to whoever played that sound. It's a very nice thing. So Aquaba has sampled that particular sound before on what was the song he featured, Text and If Yeah. Yeah, he sampled that particular sound. So Joey B also sampled that particular sound in Princess. Now too, Joey B sampled Freyan Ponsa, that particular sound. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So he sampled that particular song on Susie Williams. Um, that song is also a very nice song though. Yeah, so he sampled that particular sound, and then he sampled um, "Beautiful Life" by J Exodus on News at 7. I like the way he also let the beat breathe. So when he raps for some time, he breaks or he pauses, and then the beat plays, the instrumental plays for some time, and then he comes in again. Very nice technique or skill in that particular song. Nice one. So let's delve into the thematic areas. Yes, so the first thematic area has to do with shots to haters. Yorubi decided to just choose violence. Charlie, he didn't want to. So many things have been happening, so he decided to just address them or try to, go on, also press the necks of his haters. So one of the haters, or one of his haters, is Firestick, who has been on his neck for some time now, and um, so he thought this is the right time to also retaliate. So he just threw a lot of shots at him. And he's done that before on the Hennessy Cypher. Was just a few, I think either a line or two in there for fire sticks or the CP, they give fashion text. And in this particular song, he just went all out for on him, and then other people that I don't know the other people that he addressed, but there are a few people that he addressed on this particular song. So, he talked about Firestick marrying a cougar or marrying an old lady. He wouldn't marry an old lady despite his situation. Even since his situation is even bad, he wouldn't settle down with or settle with and old ladies. And then there's this line that he talked about. I mean, he's surprised that empty guys, I mean, people who are charlatans are disguised as number ones, numero unos. He's surprised that how are these people that are very empty-headed? People are seeing them as number ones. How? So this particular line, I mean, can also be directed at Firestick. His haters take solid test. I mean, he wait for the results, but even the DNA news flash, I mean, as the results came out, they weren't that solid enough. Yeah, so those are some of the jabs. And the jabs didn't go to his haters alone. His jabs also went to, I mean, people who have been riding um his haters. So, like, I mean, in the previous video, I said that, I mean, there are stalwarts of Firestick who have been, I mean, they've been supporting him here and there, and so in that particular support can be termed as they, you understand? So that is it. And then the next thematic area has to do with, I mean, supremacy. He's just, I mean, letting the people know that he's that good. He's showing his supremacy. He's telling the world that he's supreme. And I mean, if you see the video, he was even wearing the Supreme brand. So he just letting people know about the supremacy in the game. So, I mean, yeah, he talked about him being more of a creme de la creme, like the best of the best, that he has no competitor. And then even if his haters, his haters can't even morph into him. His haters can't be him. I mean, he's the number one. He's atop everyone. He spoke about when he stepped into the scene, it's more of a Holocaust. And I mean, I said that the Holocaust there's a history behind the Holocaust, and I'm not here to delve into that. It was more like, I mean, I wouldn't want to say it, but yeah. So in this particular instance, when he steps into the scene, it's more like a massacre. He's going to murder everyone. Nobody go fit defeat him. So that's the Holocaust thing, and this particular denotes supremacy. And he talked about, I mean, looking at his time, and it's his time. So it's his time to shine. It's his time to, I mean, move to the top, and nobody go fit touch arm. And so he also talked about Matt Hofer's podcast niggas. I mean, he owns them. So people, I don't, for that particular line, I don't know which people he's directing those lines at, but it's still to his haters. And he says that he owns those people. Yeah, they own them. Yeah, they own those people. And then he stomping with Timberlands, and the other people are stomping with loafers. So those lines denote his supremacy. And then the third one has to do with, I mean, results of making moves. Yeah, so in the song he talked about, I mean, he's in the cuts like tapers. I mean, he's in the cuts, basically means low key. I mean, do your things low key, clandestine manner, and then trying to, I mean, achieve better results. So, in the cuts like tapers basically means, I mean, just moving, uh, doing low key things, but just achieving better results. You understand? So, I mean, for some of the results, like it's about, he's talking about getting more favors. He being a goal to the foreigners. I mean, one of the favors is the Hennessy Cypher Flow. I mean, he was able to be on last year, and then perhaps there are more, I mean, favors on the way. So he has more favors. He talked about having land deals, I mean, more acres. So those are the results from him making moves. I mean, he's doing things low key. It may not be in the public eye, but he's doing things low key, and it's achieving the desired result. And then the last has to do with, I mean, like, I mean, for that one, I just classified it as as other areas. I thought they are peripheral, so I just made it other areas. And then where he talked about life is easy, Mr. Easy, Asrewaba, and he talked about people sleeping on him despite him making moves. So yeah, basically that is it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe. I do critical analysis of, I mean, music, football, a lot of things happening in the industry or happening in the entertainment industry. My name is Diman Nyamero. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. I am out.